So I know this goes without saying, Julie. The excitement is palpable in this building, but I think people have a little bit of a lull right now.
Yes!
Oh, we got it! Do you have a way we can become officially riled up for today's
conversation? That would
conversation?
be the Angel City Football Club team. So I want to dub you all Angel City fans. And to be an Angel City fan, you have to know what the 3 clap is, because we start every game with the 3 clap. We collectively took it from Julie Foudy, who did it in the beginning of the Olympics. Every day she was training for her commentating. So she started off a video she would do on Insta with the 3 clap that went like this. Okay? So now, in front of every game before we start, we do the 3 clap. But of course, Julie Foudy had to add to it. So we do the 3 clap, and then we end with a huh.
Oh, I love it.
If you know Julie Foudy, like, it makes sense. Okay, so my team is back there. They can stand up. Let's go, team. All right, so we're gonna do the 3 clap together, and then we'll talk, and then you'll pay attention. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll do the 3 clap. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll end with a huh. Got it? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Huh. Yes.
Oh, we are ready.
When you come to an Angel City game, you'll know what to do. And, you know, subtle plug, we have a game this Friday at 7:30 at the Bank of California against Portland.
Be there, be square.
Yes.
Listen, there's no denying it. You just made us all fans. You've made this city a fan. The founding of Angel City Football Club, bringing it to LA. What did it take to develop this franchise, and also at the same time level the playing field when we're talking about gender equity in sports?
Yeah, I mean, listening to the speakers earlier, I mean, what it took was never giving up, which is what athletes do, right? We fight to win every game or come back to win the next game. And I have 2 female founders, Natalie Portman, the actress and activist, and Karen Nortman, who's a venture capitalist here in LA. And through their work at Time's Up and through their work meeting the U.S. Women's National Team when they're about to embark on their lawsuit against U.S. Soccer, which they've won, which they've since passed a CBA for pay equity and pay and same prize money with the men. We had this idea that if we wanted to truly affect change and ultimately drive to equity, you know, initially about pay equity, but equity in women's sports goes far beyond pay equity. It addresses viewership, sponsorship dollars, media attention, attendance, and obviously pay equity. If we wanted to truly make impact, we needed to have a seat at the table. And so Natalie Portman had the idea of bringing a women's professional soccer team to Los Angeles, which actually still sounds as crazy as it sounded when she brought it up, because it's not usually done by 3 females, it's not done by 3 women that don't have any sports experience, and it's certainly not done in the city of LA where there are, you know,
Lakers, Dodgers,
right, 11
Rams,
professional sports teams, USC, UCLA, the beach, the mountains. And so what you're saying is we want to bring another soccer team here. There's already 2 men's teams. Oh, and it's a women's team, right, which everyone automatically thinks something of. That's not equitable. And so I think that was really the biggest challenge, which is how do you enter a marketplace that is literally the city of champions when it comes to athletics, where there's so many distractions for one's time, and when you are trying to build a product that is more than just the product on the pitch, but how you show up in the community and the impact you make with young girls and everyone that's embracing women's sports.
We're going to get into not just how you set foot in the marketplace, but how you're continuing to shatter those glass ceilings. But first, I want to ask you about the state of NWSL and how Angel City as an expansion team is basically a sign that this league is thriving.
Well, I would say, look, this is the 3rd iteration of a professional women's soccer league, and we are ecstatic that this is our 10th year. So yes, I do think we've hit the moment of stability where we don't have to be worried about, is this league going to fall? Is it going to go away? We now have 12 professional teams. 6 of them are new within the last 3 or 4 years, which means that you have owners that are interested in investing in the club, investing in the league, investing in their community, investing in their players. So I think we have a really good basis to build with. As it relates to Angel City specifically, we approach the market with the idea of equity, with the idea that these athletes work as hard as their male counterparts. They put on an incredible game, and we are going to build an entertaining experience for someone who comes to a game. And so our revenue expectations and our ticketing expectations were the same as men, and we, you know, have worked really hard to achieve that sort of equity in a way, where we can say in a room like this, we've sold more season tickets than 2 professional men's teams in LA. You know, we have 16,000 season ticket holders. We have 6 supporter groups. We sold out our home opener of 22,000 fans that came to the Bank of California, and we're really approaching it differently. Like, it shouldn't be thought of differently, and so we're not selling it differently.
The experience at these matches, unparalleled, a lot of excitement, but 2 of your core pillars in founding this football club have been equity and impact. Before you ever set foot on a pitch, you as in this team, Angel City Football Club was all over LA. They were, you know, involved in philanthropic outreach for a couple of years. I guess, why is that such a core tenet of what you wanted to accomplish with this club?
Yeah, because I think the ultimate goal wasn't about winning and losing. It wasn't about having a championship team. It's about creating a championship culture and having a positive impact in our community. And, you know, Renata's in the room somewhere. But in January of 2020, Natalie and I went to see Renata and said, look, we want to build Angel City really differently. We want to lead with purpose. And she goes, well, what do you mean by that? And I said, I don't know. What do you think I mean by that? And she said, well, do you want to have, you know, everlasting change? Like, do you want to have systemic change, or do you want to have immediate change? Like, what kind of impact do you want to have? And Natalie and I, of course, answered with both. And so we, from the beginning, knew that we wanted to lead with purpose. We wanted to set higher expectations. We wanted to have a positive impact in our community. We wanted to strive to equity. And again, that's not just about pay equity for the players, but equal opportunity, equal access, you know, the ability for kids, no matter where they grew up or what their socioeconomic environment was, the ability to play sports. And then ultimately, yes, at the highest level, the professional level, get to an equal playing field. And so the first partnership we did was with the LA84 Foundation and their Play Equity Fund, a multi-year partnership, so that we could work with them to provide that kind of impact into the community. So to your point, we had about a 2-year runway to our first game at the bank, which was April 29th. And, you know, with LA84 and others, we did equipment drives, we did food distributions, we did camps and clinics for youth. We started doing coaching seminars and building out our incredible social impact team and community team that's here, that's run by Catherine Davila. Catherine, raise your hand so everyone can come and talk to you. Because she is the person that makes it come to life. And we decided as a team very early on that we would never sacrifice revenue for impact or impact for revenue. That we would do both at the same time, and if we can't do both at the same time, we won't do it. So every time we look to sell a ticket or look to sell merch or look to bring on a sponsor, you know, some element of that goes back into the community and goes back into the impact that we want to have on, you know, in our social impact, you know, platform, which is equity, essentials, and education. So that's how we think about it.
A meaningful way to develop a grassroots fan base, right? You're everywhere in Los Angeles. But now looking to the top, right? From a sports media perspective, honestly, the way we consume women's sports is different. So what needs to change to help level the playing field in that sense? Because the support is there, the excitement is there, you see it at your matches, but in the way we consume the games, not so much.
Yeah, it's all about storytelling. The reason all of you know who professional women's soccer players is because you watch the Olympics or you watch the World Cup. You know, and it's unfortunate that you only care about them, you know, once every 4 years, because that's when the world starts to pay attention, and that's when they start to tell their stories, and that's when they broadcast their games, right? So what we are trying to do with Angel City, and the reason we talk about ourselves as a global brand, because if we achieve that, we can have the most impact, we can drive the most revenue, and we can tell the most stories about these players. So it's about building the attention and awareness for the players, and then it's about telling you where you can go to watch them play, how you can watch them play, and how what it is you're doing is having a positive impact, ultimately driving equity for these players. We have an incredible partnership with CBS. Our games are on CBS, CBS Sportsnet, Paramount, and Twitch, so there's no excuse not to watch it. The next step, though, is to making sure that everyone talks about where it's being played, when it's being played, how I can tune in, and then ultimately, with what we're trying to do here, create such an incredible experience that whether you're a hardcore soccer fan, or you want to bring your kids, or it's a pre-party to a night out with the girls, or you just want to have a really good time, there's something for everyone at an Angel City match.
Incredibly well put. Now, in a mission statement, where do you envision Angel City Football Club in the next 5 years?
5 years. So we look at it, well, the highest level, it's impact. So 10% of all of our sponsorship dollars goes back into the community. So this year alone, we're doing over $1 million worth of impact. In 5 years, we want to see that grow fivefold. We want to be profitable. So most sports teams aren't profitable. And as a female founder, I'm sure it's the same for men, but I can't fathom building a business that's supposed to make money that doesn't make money. And so we want to show that this concept of invest in women, support women actually has financial gains to do so, because we actually believe that there is no sport that has a greater upside today than women's sports, and specifically women's soccer. So we want to be profitable. We want to see significant impact in our community. We want women's football to be on the global stage. So we want it to be seen by everyone, available by everyone. We want to get the best primetime spots for our games. So that speaks to the attention and awareness that we hope Angel City drives for the world. And then the last thing is to show that what we're doing isn't unique to LA, it's not unique to Natalie, Kara, and myself, that you can lead with mission and capital, you can lead with purpose, you can create a business whose goal is to make a positive impact, but also drive for revenue, and that there are other sports teams and businesses out there that follow that model.
Just one step in the right direction. Now, Julie, before we send you off with a big round of applause and of gratitude, I'm going to have everyone stand up, and we're going to do 1-3 clap.
Yes.
Right? All right, everyone get up, get up. I know we just had a break.
Look at that.
All right, take it away.
All right, on the count of 3. Don't forget the, okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, I almost forgot.
Thank you, Julie, very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.